In 1 Chronicles chapter 28, King David gathers the leaders of Israel for one final national assembly. Knowing that his life is drawing to a close, David publicly presents Solomon as God's chosen successor and gives him the responsibility of building the temple in Jerusalem. The chapter combines David's testimony, God's promises, and a heartfelt charge to the next generation. David summons the officials of Israel, including the tribal leaders, military commanders, administrators, royal officials, mighty warriors, and all the influential men of the kingdom. Standing before them, David explains the desire he once had to build a permanent house for the Ark of the Covenant and a footstool for the Lord. He tells the assembly that he had made extensive preparations for the temple. However, God had spoken to him and said that he would not be the one to build it, because he had been a warrior who had shed much blood. Even so, David reminds the people that the Lord had graciously chosen him from the tribe of Judah to become king over Israel. From among his many sons, God had specifically chosen Solomon to sit on the throne and build the temple. David shares God's promise that Solomon would build the house of the Lord and that his kingdom would be established if he remained faithful to God's commandments. Turning to the assembled leaders, David urges them to carefully obey all the commands of the Lord. By remaining faithful, they will continue to possess the land God has given them and pass it on as an inheritance to future generations. David then speaks directly to Solomon with words filled with both encouragement and responsibility. He tells his son to acknowledge the God of his father and serve him wholeheartedly with a willing mind. David explains that the Lord searches every heart and understands every motive. If Solomon seeks God, he will find him. But if he turns away, he will face the consequences of abandoning the Lord. David urges Solomon to be strong and courageous because the Lord himself has chosen him to build the sanctuary. The king then presents Solomon with detailed plans for the temple. These plans include the layout of the temple courts, surrounding rooms, storage areas, upper chambers, and every part of the building. David explains that these designs were given to him through the Spirit of God. He also provides instructions for the divisions of priests and Levites, the various ministries of worship, and the temple furnishings. David carefully assigns the amounts of gold and silver to be used for each article, including lampstands, tables for the bread of the presence, forks, bowls, basins, and the altar of incense. Even the design for the great cherubim that would spread their wings over the Ark of the Covenant is included in the plans. David assures Solomon that every detail has been made clear because the Lord has revealed it to him. Finally, David offers one last word of encouragement to his son. He tells Solomon to be strong and courageous and to begin the work without fear. David reminds him that the Lord God will be with him and will not fail or abandon him until every part of the temple is completed. He also points to the priests, Levites, skilled craftsmen, and willing leaders who stand ready to help Solomon accomplish the task. The key message of this chapter is that God's work should be carried out according to his direction and with wholehearted devotion. David prepares the next generation, but he also reminds Solomon that lasting success depends on faithfully seeking and obeying the Lord. Next comes 1 Chronicles chapter 29, where David and the people give generously for the construction of the temple. David offers a final prayer of praise, and Solomon is confirmed as king over Israel.